Instead, their final moments tell a more chilling story. The two skeletons were found lying on a layer of volcanic deposits, suggesting they survived the initial eruption. Archaeologists have begun a large-scale new excavation of the Roman city of Pompeii. It was destroyed nearly 2,000 years ago. The content is less rigid, and more interesting details have been added. They were trapped in their homes, meeting a fate far worse than anyone imagined. 6 scorching pyroclastic flows roared down from the mountain, instantly obliterating every living thing they touched. While skeletal remains, hidden tunnels, and secret scrolls have long captivated us, the truth of what happened in Pompeii has only recently been revealed. The city's tragic story, buried for centuries under layers of ash, is the result of immense effort from archaeologists and scientists. What exactly happened to the people of Pompeii? Which discoveries challenge everything we thought we knew? Join us as we delve into the shocking findings, revealing the final moments. What really happened in the ancient city of Pompeii? Pompeii was an ancient city, located in present-day Pompeii municipality, near Naples, in the Italian region, famous for its Roman city. The city was built on the foundations of earlier settlements and expanded significantly after 450 BCE, under the strong influence of the Greeks, especially after the Battle of Cumae. The city naturally flourished, full of life and energy, until an unexpected catastrophic event occurred in 79 CE. It was an ordinary day, and the people of Pompeii were living their usual lives. Shoppers litter the streets, people prepare for the day's work at home, enslaved laborers toil at their tasks, tending to the food industry, bars are bustling, and gladiators ready themselves for battle. Yet, Mount Vesuvius, one of the most dangerous volcanoes on Earth, has ended its long slumber, and it has other plans for the people. Without warning, a glowing plume of gas and debris begins to descend from the mountain. Smoke, ash, and volcanic fragments begin to fall upon Pompeii. The unsuspecting and cheerful inhabitants are blissfully unaware of the impending disaster. As time passes, the debris continues to accumulate, blocking doorways, walls and roofs collapse, trapping people inside. The situation has turned dire, they succumb to the surging waves of hot gas sweeping through the city. In a mere 18 hours, Pompeii was buried under approximately 6 meters of ash and pumice, effectively destroying the city and burying thousands of its residents. Overheated air seared their lungs and melted their muscles. As their bodies decomposed, they left voids in the ash. Though fragmented bones remained, their internal organs were gone. In popular culture, volcanic eruptions are often portrayed as apocalyptic events with no survivors. In the TV series, Doctor Who and the Romans, everyone in Pompeii and the neighboring city of Herculaneum perished. But according to some, evidence that people may have escaped has always existed. The human remains found in each city represent only a small fraction of their populations, and many items you might expect to be preserved and kept in the ash are missing. Carts and horses in the marketplace are gone, ships at the docks are gone, and money and jewels from strongboxes have been cleared out. All of this suggests that many in the cities could have escaped if they left early enough. Some archaeologists have long believed that some people escaped, but finding them was never a priority. Some archaeologists have long believed that some people escaped, but finding them was never a priority. The people of Pompeii were wiped out in less than 24 hours, but what were people's characters like in the face of such a huge, unexpected event? Pompeii before the disaster. In recent years, scientists and archaeologists have been piecing together the final moments of Pompeii's tragic history. For centuries, the stories of those who died in the eruption of Mount Vesuvius have remained a mystery, and their remains have gradually disappeared over time. But recent discoveries have shed light on these ancient lives. By filling the gaps left by decayed bodies with plaster, archaeologists have reconstructed the shape of Pompeii, capturing in unforgettable detail their final moments. These plaster casts show scenes of people frozen at the moment of their death, capturing the attention of the entire world. The expressions of fear, pain, and despair depicted in these forms evoke a rare sense of alarm during the disaster. One of the latest discoveries is a group of 15 bodies found in the eastern part of Pompeii. The strange positioning of these bodies piqued the interest of Lawrence Allen, the team leader overseeing the investigation. Allen pointed out that some of them were quite overweight, and 3 or 4 of them were huddled together. This suggests they may have been trying to help each other, trying to unravel the mystery of their deaths. Allen and his team are using the latest high-tech methods to scan the casts with unprecedented precision. High-resolution photographs and X-rays have revealed details about these ancient people that were hidden for nearly 2,000 years. Through these scans, scientists can examine everything from the victims' teeth to their bones, revealing their diet, age, and even their identity. A remarkably well-preserved cast provides a wealth of information about a young man, likely between the ages of 25 and 30, who was found carrying a military knife. Allen believes this suggests he was a soldier, and his team is determined to learn more about him. In Valencia, Spain, Allen is using this data to reconstruct the man's face, bringing his appearance back to life. The well-preserved features are being replicated to fill in the missing areas of detail. By examining the width of his nose and other facial features, the team has created an extraordinarily realistic image of the young soldier. From his appearance, they infer he may have come from southern Italy or North Africa. Although Allen has uncovered important details about the man's age, profession, and appearance, many questions still remain. What were his final moments like? What did he feel when the ashes began to fall? What was life really like in the ancient city of Pompeii, on the very day it was buried under volcanic debris? As Allen and his team continue their work, the answers to these questions are becoming more complex, revealing not only the details of a lost civilization, but also the core human story within it. Once, the people of Pompeii had no way to save themselves, because like thieves in the night, their tragedy struck when they least expected it. However, plans are being made to protect the remains of this ancient civilization, but are there really any remains left? The battle to save the ancient city of Pompeii. The fragile city of Pompeii faces not only the threat of time's passage, but also the pressures of the modern world. Centuries of weathering, combined with the impact of 3 million visitors each year, have caused significant damage. Visitors lean on ancient walls, scratch surfaces, and dig through ruins, often unknowingly accelerating the city's decay. The constant wear caused by human contact, combined with natural factors, has sped up the city's deterioration. Pompeii's already fragile state is further threatened by the imminent risk of landslides. Before archaeologists can uncover all its secrets, a severe landslide could bury these fragile structures. The design of the ancient walls simply cannot withstand such relentless challenges, requiring innovative preservation methods to prevent their collapse. However, the most ominous threat is Mount Vesuvius, the volcano that buried the ancient city of Pompeii in 79 AD. The possibility of another eruption casts a shadow over all conservation efforts. As archaeologists strive to understand the past, there's a constant worry that Mount Vesuvius might erupt again, endangering the densely populated surrounding areas. To address these threats, scientists have embarked on an ambitious project to create the first 3D model of Pompeii. This virtual replica aims to capture every major building, monument, and dwelling, ensuring that the city's legacy is preserved even if the physical site is not. Architect Raffaele Matinelli and his team are meticulously documenting over 2,000 buildings and miles of intricate streets, from the ancient Forum in the west to the luxurious villas in the north and the Grand Amphitheater in the east. Our goal is to create a comprehensive 3D model that preserves Pompeii's current state and offers deep insights into the lives of its inhabitants. For the first time, the entire site has been extensively and completely digitized, recording every inch of the 66-hectare city. For the first time, the entire site has been extensively and completely digitized, recording every inch of the 66-hectare city. Through this work, Raphael and his team hope to unravel lingering mysteries about how Romans lived, interacted, and the final moments revealed by different areas of the city. To achieve this, Raphael's team used state-of-the-art, high-resolution laser scanners, capable of measuring over 1 million individual points per second. This technology provided extremely detailed information about the structures, revealing changes over time and aiding in planning necessary repairs. As they scanned the thermal baths of the House of the Menander, one of the wealthiest houses on the southern edge of Pompeii, surprisingly new details emerged. The team was astonished by the luxurious amenities of the 2,000-year-old baths, which featured small hot tubs and hot water, a remarkable facility for its time. Once the data was loaded onto high-performance computers, Raphael could manipulate any scanned building and monument. By combining the scanner's work with sophisticated computer programs, they added layers of color and detail, creating a realistic 3D model. This digital replica will allow future generations to explore Pompeii as it appeared in the 1st century, from luxurious villas and bustling corner bars to the amphitheater and the Grand Forum. This groundbreaking project is possible due to recent technological advancements that are revolutionizing the work of Pompeii's scientists and archaeologists. Tablets like iPads have changed the way fieldwork is conducted, allowing archaeologists to access vast databases directly at the excavation site. Previously, they relied on notebooks and pencils, then painstakingly converting paper records into digital format. Now, with tablet technology and cloud storage, they can record and analyze data on-site, enhancing their ability to gain a deeper understanding of the ancient city. Through advanced scanning technologies and modern digital tools, Pompeii's history is meticulously documented and preserved. This effort ensures that the city's legacy will be passed down through generations, even if the physical site faces ongoing threats. Some things are hard to believe unless there's a strong enough source to convince people. To that end, how much do we really know about what happened on that tragic day? Shocking revelations about the Normandy landings. The tragic fate of the residents of Pompeii has long been attributed to the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. However, recent research reveals a more complex and destructive account of the city's final moments. The destruction of Pompeii was not caused solely by the wrath of the volcano. Intense earthquakes also played a key role in its devastation. A group of geologists and archaeologists came to these conclusions after conducting thorough excavations and analyzing preserved structures and human remains. They discovered 2 injured bodies, with wounds typically associated with earthquake victims, challenging the view that the destruction of Pompeii was entirely caused by volcanic activity. The patterns of destruction in the ruins do not align with the damage caused by volcanic forces, prompting the researchers to explore other potential causes of the devastation. The team now believes that the events of that fateful day unfolded in a far more tragic sequence. Pumice and ash rained down on Pompeii for nearly 18 hours as Vesuvius erupted. Terrified residents sought shelter, hoping to survive a lull in the eruption, but their hope was short-lived. A powerful earthquake followed, shaking already weakened buildings. Those seeking refuge were likely killed by collapsing structures, their strength further sapped by the weight of the volcanic debris. This grim scenario appears to have been the fate of 2 individuals found in the study. Evidence suggests they did not die from inhaling ash or the extreme heat of pyroclastic flows, as previously thought. Instead, their final moments tell a more chilling story. The two skeletons were found lying on a layer of volcanic deposits, suggesting they survived the initial eruption. The first victim was a man of about 50, found with severe trauma and fractures. During the earthquake, a large piece of wall debris crushed him. The second victim, also around 50, appeared to have sensed the danger. He was found crouching in a corner, attempting to shield himself with a round wooden object, but his efforts were in vain. He too was crushed to death. This discovery provides a more detailed and tragic picture of Pompeii's final hours, revealing that the city's destruction was not solely due to the volcanic forces, but also attributed to the subsequent powerful earthquake. These new findings complicate the previously clear narrative of Pompeii's demise, offering a deeper understanding of the true horror faced by its inhabitants on that catastrophic day. Since Pompeii suffered its unprecedented destruction, new discoveries have never ceased to emerge. One of them is quite unexpected. But why is that? The discovery of the tomb, along with new findings related to earthquake-related deaths, revealed the final moments of Pompeii. Ongoing excavation work has also uncovered fascinating details about the daily life and burial customs of its residents. During a routine project to build a humidity-controlled air chamber for the new library at the Pompeii Archaeological Park, archaeologists made an unexpected and extraordinary discovery. A semicircular tomb, known as the Scholar Tomb, adorned with modest lion decorations on the bench at its top. While this type of funerary monument is not uncommon in Pompeii, its location and the potential to reveal new information immediately caught the attention of researchers. It turned out that expanding the excavation area was a fruitful decision. As the archaeologists carefully excavated the tomb, they uncovered an inscription that excited both historians and classicists. The back of the bench was inscribed with the epitaph of Numerius, son of Nummus Augustus. But what was striking was not just a name, but a series of titles and honors, vividly depicting his life in the interconnected world of the early Roman Empire. Nummus Augustus held several prestigious titles, each reflecting his important role in Pompeii and society. He was a turncoat to the apocalypse, a military tribune, and twice held the highest administrative position in Pompeii. These achievements alone marked him as a significant figure, but one title, in particular, captured the imagination of researchers. Governor of Boeotia. The Boeotians were a people from the northern part of the Iberian Peninsula, an area that was the focus of Emperor Augustus's Cantabrian Wars from 29 to 19 BCE. A campaign aimed at completing Rome's conquest of Spain. Men like Nummus Augustus were called to serve in conflict zones far from home. They were drawn by the promise of economic rewards, and perhaps more importantly, by the social prestige that such service brought. Augustus was twice granted the title of highest administrative officer in Pompeii and built a monument on public land, a clear testament to the recognition and loyalty afforded to those who fought on the empire's borders. His achievements are immortal, telling the story of a man who served not only his own city but also played a role in the broader military operations that shaped the Roman Empire. This discovery deepens our understanding of Pompeian social and political life, offering a rare glimpse into the lives of those who held power and influence in the city. The tomb of Nummus Augustinus demonstrates the complex and interconnected world of the Roman Empire, where local and imperial histories intertwined in the lives of Roman citizens. Hidden details in the lost city. Advanced technology is revolutionizing our understanding of Pompeii, providing insights that challenge long-held beliefs about the ancient city. One example is the Tetrastyle, a large building in southern Pompeii traditionally believed to be a gladiatorial barracks. For years, visitors to the site were told this story. Professor Eric Poehler of the University of Massachusetts, who spent nearly 2 decades studying the site, was skeptical. After 4 years of specialized research, Eric found compelling evidence suggesting that the 4 porticos may have had a very different purpose. One of the most striking clues was the building's elegant structure and decoration. Even in the bathrooms, the building was adorned with exquisite murals, an unexpected level of complexity for a place supposedly inhabited by gladiators. To uncover the true history of the building, Eric turned to cutting-edge technology, specifically a handheld structural sensor. This portable device captures 3D details by emitting a beam of infrared light onto the structure. The sensor records the precise dimensions of the space and captures textures and intricate details on the surface, creating a comprehensive digital model of the site. As Eric carefully traced the sensor over the entire surface of the building, he uncovered a detailed image containing both visible and hidden features. For example, the scanner revealed a hole in the wall leading to the city's main sewer system. By mapping the route of the sewer system, this device provides important insights into the building's infrastructure without the need for excavation. The digital model shows how the sewer changes its path to accommodate the toilets, supporting Eric's theory that the four-portico structure was not designed for gladiators. Combined with the high-quality decorations, Eric believes the building's complex design suggests it was too refined for a group of warriors. Instead, the building was most likely a public space, perhaps a market, that underwent a grand renovation before the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The use of this advanced technology not only solves long-standing mysteries of ancient Pompeii but also challenges old assumptions and reveals new truths. As archaeologists continue to apply these cutting-edge tools, our depiction of life in ancient Pompeii becomes clearer and more accurate, revealing the lives of its inhabitants in ways once unimaginable. The mysteries of ancient Pompeii. Another group of researchers focuses on a forgotten library, filled with ancient scrolls, aimed at unlocking secrets buried for over 2,000 years. These charred remains were found in the ruins of Herculaneum. The sister city of Pompeii is believed to hold lost ancient literary works, and using cutting-edge technology, scientists are virtually unrolling these scrolls, offering a rare glimpse into the literary treasures of the past. Herculaneum, located only 20 miles west of Pompeii, was also buried under volcanic ash during Vesuvius' catastrophic eruption. Charred blocks of wood, which turned out to be papyrus scrolls, were part of a massive library, one of the most important ever discovered. In Italy. Despite the exciting discovery, early attempts to read the scrolls ended in disappointment, as the fragile papyrus crumbled at the slightest touch. But today, advanced technology is offering new hope. Imagine holding a scroll that once measured 15 meters long, but over time has been compressed to just 5 centimeters. To reveal the writing within, these scrolls must be virtually unrolled, a process made possible by 21st century technology. This breakthrough could ultimately unlock the secrets held within these ancient texts, revealing a rich literary heritage of the ancient world and offering unprecedented insights into the lives and thoughts of people 2,000 years ago. Leading this technological endeavor is Dr. Emmanuel Brun, who was granted exclusive access to these scrolls in Grenoble, France. Dr. Brun used a state-of-the-art synchrotron machine to peer inside the scrolls without physically unrolling the charred papyri. The synchrotron generates X-rays that bombard the scrolls at near the speed of light. As these X-rays pass through the carbonized papyrus, they deflect and they hit the ink, creating an image that scientists can read. This endeavor was not without its challenges. The first hurdle was capturing the highest quality images using the synchrotron, a task requiring precision and patience. The second was analyzing the massive amount of data required to virtually unroll the scrolls. Given the amount of data, this is a daunting task, but the potential rewards are enormous. During the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, the papyrus scrolls carbonized so quickly that scientists believe the inscriptions inside were effectively sealed. Synchrotron X-rays are revealing these hidden inscriptions, but the process is painstaking. The ink used in ancient times was made from soot, and its density is almost identical to that of the carbonized papyrus. However, synchrotrons are expected to differentiate between the two. Interesting words and phrases have already begun to appear in these ancient texts. So far, scientists have isolated 2 phrases. Although progress is slow, the potential discoveries are huge. Do these scrolls contain someone's diary, recording thoughts as the mountain began to rumble? The research team is determined to find the answer. Their goal is to unroll as many scrolls as possible over the next 5 to 10 years, isolating the layers that have stuck together over time and uncovering the secrets within. As their exploration continues, they remain committed to using the power of advanced technology to revive forgotten history. The people of ancient Pompeii may have perished in the tragedy that struck the city, but their memory endures through the remnants of their way of life. The question is, what measures are being taken to protect these ruins? The cultural and economic life of ancient Pompeii. In the heart of Provence, Cedric Durand stands in his vineyard, surrounded by the rich aroma of fermenting grapes. The sun has set below the horizon, casting a golden hue over this ancient land. Cedric is not an ordinary wine merchant. His explorations go far beyond France. His mission is to recreate the wine of ancient Pompeii, bringing back the flavors that once appeared on Roman tables before the eruption of Mount Vesuvius buried the city in volcanic ash. Cedric's journey began with ancient texts and images, carefully studying the habits of the Romans. Unlike today's common practice of pairing wine with meals, Cedric discovered that the people of Pompeii preferred to drink wine between meals, savoring it on its own. The Romans had a unique taste, one that modern people might find unusual. They celebrated oxidized wines, enjoying their aged, almost earthy flavors. With these insights, Cedric and his team began reconstructing a wine press, modeled entirely on the representations found in Pompeian mosaics and frescoes. From the crushing of the grapes to the fermentation of the juice, every step of the winemaking process is steeped in history. When the first drop of wine flows, Cedric feels a connection to the past, as if he is tasting history itself. But not all wine was consumed in the comfort of homes in the ancient city of Pompeii. The city buzzed with the energy of street corner bars, where everyday affairs blended into the evening social life. Dr. Sophie Hay, an archaeologist who has spent years uncovering the secrets of Pompeii, excavated one such bar, the Amaranth Bar. It was a typical Roman structure, with marble countertops and display cabinets filled with glass vessels, a place where artisans and laborers gathered after a long day. When Sophie discovered the remains of the bar, she could almost hear the echoes of the laughter and conversations that once filled the space. This bar was once a vibrant hub, especially in the evenings, when locals indulged in chance games, even though gambling was technically illegal. This legend seems more like a suggestion, often ignored, and tends to favor dice games and the wages that bring excitement to the evening. Even children gamble with nuts, while the upper class wagers larger amounts. The scene Sophie discovered is full of life and vitality, a snapshot of the city's vibrant social life before the disaster. While the bar was bustling, another part of Pompeii was thriving in its own way. In one of the 9th districts, a building complex called Insular, the Pompeii 114 project is revealing evidence of the thriving mat-making industry. The well-preserved reed mats and complex drainage systems tell the story of skilled craftsmanship, an important part of the city's economy. Fig and poultry bones tell of a rich and varied diet, while small round cakes baked with poppy seeds hint at the fact that the residents of Pompeii enjoyed sweet treats. As Cedric and Sophie delve deeper into the cultural and economic life of ancient Pompeii, Professor Eric Bowler turns his attention to the city's infrastructure. His focus is on Consular Street, a street deeply buried under volcanic ash. As Eric and his team painstakingly excavated the roads, they uncovered a sophisticated system that kept the city running smoothly, even in the face of natural challenges. Pompeii's streets weren't just walkways, they were also rainwater channels, guiding water away from houses and into the streets. Large stones placed in the roadways allowed pedestrians to keep their feet clear of the mud and grime that washed through the city. Eric's meticulous work yielded a surprising discovery while studying deep ruts in the streets. He noticed patterns suggesting the existence of a hidden traffic system within the city. At one particular intersection, he observed that the right-hand corner was angled outwards to facilitate right turns, while the other side was not. Combined with the wear on stepping stones from cart wheels, this indicated a level of traffic management that had been overlooked for centuries. As Eric continued his analysis, a striking pattern began to emerge. He tracked the traffic flow of the ancient city of Pompeii and discovered a one-way street network astonishingly similar to modern urban layouts. By digitally mapping these patterns, Eric was able to reconstruct the first visual representation of Pompeii's traffic system. His findings revealed that the city not only had advanced infrastructure, but also an advanced organization, managing the thousands of people pouring in each day with a long-forgotten system. The story uncovered by Cedric, Sophie, and Eric revives Pompeii in a way that resonates with the present day. The social drinking life, bustling economic activity, and complex urban planning of Pompeii vividly depict a city far more advanced than people might imagine. Their work bridges the gap between the ancient and modern worlds, showing that while much has changed, the fundamental challenges of managing traffic, enjoying fine wine, or gathering with friends remain the same. How do you view the tragedy of ancient Pompeii and its aftermath? Please share your thoughts in the comments below.